What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in my city say what up, do? Yo, yo, what's going on, y'all? Hope everybody's having the smoothest, the coolest, and the 100% truest Sunday that they ever did have. You know. Yeah, how's everybody doing on this Sunday? Everybody's teams win that watch football. College had a good, MSU did their thing. Go green, I'm a KC fan. And again, if you could kindly, don't forget my replay game. Everybody hit that like button for your girl. Subscribe to my channel. It's free. And share the live, So we're going to kick it off. I wanted to bring, we're going to start it with this one right here. This is crazy. These women were shopping at Myers, and I'm going to let y'all listen. But, these are some stories that are kind of like, negative and positive instead of just all bad, Because lately, I feel like there's a lot of all bad ones, but that's just my opinion. All right. Give me 1 second. We're going to play it. I'm going to put this back up here. All right. Shout out to this off-duty officer, y'all. Shout out to this off-duty officer.
If you thought no selling fees were good, wait until you hear about this. Depop's AI-powered listing tool is the quickest and...
An off-duty security officer is speaking out after stopping an assault at Meijer. A woman says she was with her children at the Seven Hills store when a man grabbed her 3-year-old son and started bashing his face into a shopping cart. Aaron Court was shopping at the same time. He spoke with News 5's Kaylee Olivas tonight about a scream that sent him into action.
It almost feels like deja vu. An adult attacking a 3-year-old on grocery store property. This time happening at the Seven Hills Meijer. But luckily, an off-duty security officer was at the right place at the right time.
It's scary.
It was just after 10:30 Wednesday morning.
It's just supposed to be a normal day for me.
Aaron Court, a new dad and local security officer who was off duty at the time, was shopping for baby wipes. All of a sudden, he heard screaming.
I thought it was a terrorist attack, and all I could think is I need to go home. I'm going to survive this ordeal one way or another. Like my wife and child are waiting for me at home.
According to this police report, a 37-year-old man who is nonverbal and has autism randomly attacked a toddler and, quote, smashed his face into the spikes of the shopping cart for at least 3 times. The boy's mom and aunt grabbed him, running towards the store's exit.
Crazy.
Seven Hills Police,
What is
the
going
suspect
on?
let up. He chased the family. That's when Court, only 23 years old, sprung into action.
Shout out to Court.
Run towards it rather than away from it.
I more so just acted out of fight or flight, and I guess I chose fight.
He pulled out his concealed carry gun and ordered the suspect to the ground multiple times, but he wasn't cooperating and started throwing merchandise. That didn't scare you?
I definitely had a moment of fear. And that fear, I think, instantly kind of just turned into anger and me questioning, like, why would you put me in this situation? Why are you doing this? I was positive. I had that thought in the back of my head, like, this guy is trying to kill somebody.
The suspect has been arrested and later bonded out, according to Seven Hills Police. As for the 3-year-old, he walked away with scratches on the back of his neck, behind his right ear, and a cut on his nose. The boy's mom and aunt saying how thankful they are on social media for Court saving their lives. Do you feel like a hero?
No, I don't feel like a hero. I just kind of was there at the right time by chance, I guess. A lot of things had to line up for me to be at the store that day, and it just happened. I was just there.
Would you do it
Well, I'm
again?
glad you were there. I'm glad. Thank you for doing your due diligence, Court.
Now, the
Salute.
suspect in this case
Flowers
is
to
scheduled
you.
to appear in court on November 19th.
That's
Reports
crazy.
continue to
Why are
follow
they gonna
through.
call it an
For News 5 here
autistic?
in Seven Hills, I'm Keely Olivas.
Excuse me. My question is they said autistic. Like, I'm confused. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Why? How can an autistic man do that? You know, I know they, you know, be having outbursts and stuff like that, but I don't know. That kind of caught my attention. But that's just my opinion. King coming at you. Shout out to this police officer in Melvindale. Shout out to you, Mr. Sir.
When I got a pay cut, Dave helped me get cash, up to $500 in 5.
Okay, just take a couple breaths. This past Friday, just before 2 a.m., a Melvindale police officer pulled over a speeding vehicle. Behind the wheel, a man was rushing his wife to the hospital. 45-year-old Maria was in labor.
My fear was like something is gonna happen to my girl or to me.
Officer Al-Hassan called for help. Minutes later, Corporal Mohammed Hashim arrived and immediately sensed time was running out.
She's just breathing heavy, panicking.
That's when the dispatcher made a critical decision.
We're going to start priority medical for you here.
Meaning Hashim will have to deliver the baby. Nothing could have prepared you for something like this.
The training you receive in the academy, but it's not this.
With nearly 3 years on the job, this was Hashim's first. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Listen carefully, I'll tell you exactly what to do.
That voice coaching through every step, interim Melvindale Police Chief Chris Egan says, is Hashim's younger brother at Dearborn Dispatch, the center that also handles 911 calls from Melvindale.
He goes by Mo, and his brother goes by Joe.
With every contraction, it's
Dang,
the
they
race
were
against
brothers?
time.
That's dope.
on the back in the center of the ground, and I'll tell you exactly how to deliver the baby.
Are you able to get out?
I'm laying the seat all the way back. She's unable to get out.
While EMS was en route,
Raise her head above her shoulder. Do not have her sit up.
decisions were being made quickly.
Head is coming out, sir. Stay calm.
Were you calm?
Hearing him, yes.
At the time it happened, I was like, no, please, like why? But now that I think about it, it's like, thank God he stopped us.
I need you to keep that baby's head supported and have her keep breathing. Fire's pulling up on your run now.
Do you think you could have done this without your brother?
Look, Dearborn United Dispatch has amazing dispatchers. Well, I think God wanted him on the radio that time and wanted me there at that place.
Baby's breathing, crying. All right, gentlemen, congratulations.
If something went south, God forbid, I would have had to live with that guilt the rest of my life.
Bismillah, which is in the name of God, in the name of Allah. What made you say that in that moment?
As an Arab American, what's better than hearing a blessing from God?
Maria said the same thing. She's a devout Catholic, and she said he was a gift of God.
In Melvindale, I'm Faraz Javed, 7 News Detroit.
Okay. Shout out to them for doing that. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see what's next, y'all. What's on the bracket next? Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm going to say this. We've been keeping scratches. And coming up, unfortunately, we're adding another scratch for the D-Ski on the calendar. Because there was a couple, actually, unalivings over the weekend. And that's how it usually goes. But maybe, though, we're going to make a change. You know, we just got to keep bringing awareness. So now then, I want to bring you this story.
Girl, often homeless, last seen with her mother months ago. Police say that she was not reported missing until last week. Now the FBI wants to know where her and her mother are.
NBC6 investigator Tony Pipitone spoke to Gabby's aunt, who went to court really a year ago to try and rescue Gabby from the streets.
This is Gabby sleeping on cardboard with an old thin blanket inside a Broward County park last October. Her aunt tells us the pair slept in abandoned cars at times, while the mother, 34-year-old Pasha Davis, struggled with mental illness. Now Gabby's family lives with fear.
I fear that someone has taken her or she's given her to someone that she doesn't know, and I feel very, like, powerless.
Gabby's father, the aunt's brother, reported Gabby missing to Margate police last Wednesday after discovering Davis had been in the Broward County Jail for nearly 2 weeks. She was arrested near this Dollar Tree store after refusing to identify herself to police investigating her for shoplifting. Another fact she omitted, she had a 10-year-old daughter who was not with her.
And the fact that she's been arrested and she's not contacted anyone, to our knowledge, raises the red flag that the child is possibly missing. So then the last step would be to call the officer and see if they picked up his daughter and put her with DCF. And they said there was no child present when they arrested her. They don't know of anything about the whereabouts of his daughter.
Now, that 10-year-old girl is the latest addition to the FBI's Kidnappings and Missing Persons webpage, as they, FDLE and Margate Police, are looking for her and her mother, who posted $200 bond and walked out of the Broward jail Friday, 2 days after her daughter was reported missing. Gabby's aunt is angry and frustrated.
I took them into my home many times, and without the help of child services, I was not able to keep them safe in my home. The mother took her child and ran away at any moment that they could.
She said Gabby thrived.
What's going on? Oh, hold on. There it is. What's going on, my big sister Sean B? I hope you're having the smoothest, the coolest, and the 100% truest Sunday that you ever did have. You know? We was just, I just wanted to bring a couple, stories again. Just doing my thing. Thanks for pulling up on your girl. And again, yeah.
Gabby's a loving little girl. She's always trying to be, upbeat, given the situation.
I appreciate that.
Find the joy in everything.
But a judge dismissed her attempt to gain temporary custody of Gabby in May, unable to serve Davis with the required court papers to move the process forward. This photo of Gabby, headed to school last December, was, according to the aunt, taken 1 day before Davis, fresh out of an involuntary mental health commitment, returned to take Gabby and head back to the streets.
Gabby told her mother, I don't want to leave, Mom. I want to stay with my auntie. You can stay too. And her mother would shush her and tell her, correct her. And she told her mother to behave. She's always ruining it for them.
Tony Pipitone, NBC6 News.
We hope little Gabby's okay. Well, police say it's been nearly 5 months since June when mother and daughter were last seen together. Gabby's aunt tells us the FBI showed her a photo of them checking out of a Hollywood Walmart. Stay with NBC6 for continuing coverage of the story and the search for little Gabby Terlon.
I hope they find her, man. Prayers for the family, positivity, and, hopefully she will be found.
Personal transactions.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert. And that breaking news, we begin tonight. A customer walked.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. 1 second.
The other two are in serious.
17-year-old injured in a shooting at
This mom is left wondering, how could something like this happen with so many eyes watching? Our Noel Friel is live now with more. Noel?
Yeah, well, Pam, that's right. This mom tells me her son was a bystander who had no involvement in the fight that led up to this shooting and was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Can you hear me now?
On scene, she's questioning how the shooter could have gotten away.
Yes, as he was, leaving out, a fight broke out, and then, he heard a boom, and that's when he figured out he got shot.
Speaking to us anonymously, the mother of the 17-year-old injured in a shooting at Friday night's Harper Woods High School football game described the terrifying moment she got the call that's every parent's worst nightmare.
It was horrible. I just couldn't believe it because he's not into that type of stuff. Like, he literally go to school, go to work, go to practice. Like, he goes to the games all the time, but he don't get into like altercations and all of that. I just couldn't believe that what I was hearing when they called me.
She says her son was hit by a stray bullet after a fight broke out as he was leaving the game with friends. The bullet went through his left hip. Police say that fight broke out minutes before the game ended. State police troopers heard a single gunshot come from the rear parking lot in the fourth quarter. Although officers from multiple departments were on scene, including Harper Woods Police, the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, and Michigan State Police, the shooter still hasn't been identified.
With them saying they were kind of prepared for this type of stuff, you know, that's why I'm assuming why all the law enforcement were already there. And it's just like, how did they get away?
As of Saturday, she says police still haven't identified any suspects. She says police collected shell casings and are reviewing body camera footage and school security footage of the incident. After what happened to her son, she hopes school districts will start to rethink security at high school games.
I just hope that they do more. You know, hopefully they find whoever did it and they improve security.
Yes, a lot of improvement for the security. Please.
The city's public safety department said detectives are still in the early stages of this investigation and hope to have more information soon. Reporting live, Noel Frio, Local 4.
Hopefully someone with information will come forward. Thank you, Noel.
We've been talking about this for days now. The first snow of the season arrives tonight, but not for everyone. Let's check in with more.
Oh yeah, everybody, we got a little frost, you know, a little glaze over in the 313. We what's the day today? So we got a little first snowfall, and by golly, is it cold? Oh, I'm not ready. I don't like the cold, but we did get our first little snow. Yeehaw, yeehaw, yeehaw. Actually, not cool at all. Is it snowing anywhere else with y'all?
Government-backed SBA loans can be a game changer for small businesses, but getting one isn't always easy. That's where Lendio comes in. Checking your eligibility is quick, free, and one.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
All right, then the East Coast is we getting ready. Hope you got your boots and coats.
Walking into an auto dealership and finds 2 people dead from gunshot wounds.
It's all happening at Star Auto Sales. It's off Ryan Road near the Auburn Road intersection. The scene is still very much an active situation still at this hour. And we thank you so much for joining us on this Friday evening. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Ty Steele. Police say the grisly discovery was made around 1:30 this afternoon. There's a lot we're working to learn more about this shooting. A lot we still don't know. Noel Frio got to the scene not too long after police got there. She joins us live from the scene with the latest. Noel, what have you learned since arriving there?
Yeah, Ty and Kimberly, like you mentioned, there's still a very heavy police presence here, even all these hours later. I want to step out so that we can show you a better look here. You can see the entire store is still completely taped off. We have plenty of police officers coming in and out of the building that we've been watching, collecting evidence here. If you're just joining us again, around 12:30, police say they were dispatched here for a welfare check. We're told that it was...
Oh, she broke out the North Face? I know that's right. I broke my coats out too, and I broke my hats. Back to the winter hats. Yep, all winter. We finna bundle up.
Customer that alerted police here, and officers found 2 men dead inside the store. We've learned they're a 48-year-old from Clinton Township and a 40-year-old from Shelby Township. We heard from a business owner not too long ago who provided us this security video that we want to play for you. He says this was taken around the time of the shooting, and this matches a description that he says he was given by police. He says he was told police are looking for someone who is wearing all black and a black beanie, leaving the area around the time of the shooting. There's that security video. He also said that he knew one of the victims in passing. Here's what he had to say when he learned what had happened here.
I knew that one of the, like, he used to work at that store.
Oh yeah, you did. I think I covered that one the other day, yesterday. But yeah, it's crazy work, crazy work. Two men on the west side on the barbershop.
And so aside from that description that he
It's
says,
again for the 313, we're adding that we're at 5 days in a row when we started doing when I started doing scratches on the calendar, and we are at 5 days in a row of unalivings. So we're gonna keep scratching when and see when we're gonna get a break.
The officers can find some answers soon, and as you said, we know you'll update us as soon as that happens. Noel, we appreciate it.
Yes, shout out to Noel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, man, it's crazy. This stuff is just, I don't understand. Like, it's every single day in the 313. It's every single day. And that's why I started doing the scratches, because I want to see. And then in a minute, I wanted to do something with y'all, I wanted to go, I was going to do my fact check and see, some statistics. And, last time I did it, I know Memphis, Tennessee was #1 for the most violent cities in America. And then after that, we had the good old 313. And I'm just wondering if that's still the same or if it's been updated. But this is crazy. One second again, y'all. So yeah, everybody, we gotta get ready. They're doing the clear people's work for them. Man, I'm trying to tell you. It's because, in my opinion, I feel like it's just, wiggling money in their faces and, they're biting, and it's unfortunate. And it means those don't want us here. Man, I know that's right. They don't. They don't. It's crazy. We're supposed to love and conquer, And this was not the plan. I mean, from what I read and understand, this was not the plan. Nothing near the plan. It's everything but the plan. But that's just my opinion, so, we're gonna roll on to this next story. Unfortunately, it's just, I always ask, I'm just, this is where I'm at. I'm like, can we even make a change? Can we do better? Can we really do better? Because, I hear, a lot of us asking, and, I say it faithfully, we got to do better. But, a lot of people say, we don't got, I've heard people respond to me like, I don't got to do shit. And, I mean, in a sense, they're right. They don't. But it's just like, how do we do better? I mean, I know how JJ, can do better. But we're talking about we, So, it's just something I've been thinking about. Is it, like, are we really doomed? Can we really do better, y'all? What do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think. Can we really do better? Is there a chance? And what is better in your eyes? If, I mean, doing better, like, yes, protecting our babies, absolutely, actually holding people accountable that no matter what, it doesn't matter your skin color, it doesn't matter what position of power you are in, it doesn't matter how much money you have, I feel like you need to be held accountable. And that's just my opinion. Maybe that'll help do better. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how can, it's like, how can we not, But again, whoever, is just, dancing with the red man, and you can only dance. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you joined us, Big Mama. I'm gonna address this. I saw your comment. Hashtag complete justice for Naziah Harris. And, a group of people only say that I don't really affiliate with, and, assaulted me and stuff, and want to talk a lot of mess and disrespect the fuck out of me. So I'm going to need you to go ahead and take your ass up out of here, because you ain't allowed up in this yard. You comment on anything on my thing, and I'm going to only ask you once. Then I'm on your ass like hotcakes. But you gave yourself away. And I even asked for a little advice from, one of my big sisters. And yeah, we know who says complete justice. And then I seen your little smart comments you want to keep saying. You're disrespectful as fuck. And that's the problem. And you will not bring that disrespect to my yard. And I would tread lightly. Y'all want to keep messing with me? You think it's cute to just, swing on somebody and that's going to advocate, and then go brag about it on the internet? Like, you are diabolical. But I'm going to tell you this. Don't ever comment on this again. Yeah, it's because, I talked to other big sis and she let me know. But what these people do is I pay attention at my door. This is my door. And when you wanted to be smart and make that comment in my chat, hashtag complete, you give yourself away. You're giving. So I'm going to tell you one time, don't ever come back over here. Because if you do, I got some more commentary for your ass. And I swear, some settings in the, man. So again, and then you want to make other smart comments, you will respect my yard. You don't have to like me. I don't care. You don't have to like me. You can go on your platform, run your mouth all about me all day, baby. But you will respect my yard. Cold cracked Big Mama 2, Big Mama nothing. Bucket. Fucking weird. Yeah. Don't ever disrespect my motherfucking platform again. Now we're gonna carry along. I apologize, audience. I do for the distraction, but that will be addressed, because the disrespect will not be allowed. Opinions, yes. Disagreements, yes. But disrespect, absolutely not. So moving along. I apologize again. All right, y'all. So we got our girl right here. She caught a stray. We all know, catching strays. This is crazy. It's got to stop. These stray bullets, like these strays. You strays got to stop, bro. Give it a break. Not only we got to worry about bullets, now we got to worry about human strays. Like, what? That's crazy to me. But again, this is America. We got to worry about stray bullets, metal, and stray humans that claim they're so holy. It's crazy work, y'all. Crazy work out there. And again, I'm going to need everybody to go ahead and hit that like button for your girl. Real smooth, like real cool, like. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, everybody tuning in. You know, that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for the likes and thank you for the support and thank you for the love. Thank you for the love and that's what I'm talking about. You know, I appreciate that. It's the little things, I really do. Thank y'all. Thank you.
We need your help to save the masjid where over 100 Americans have accepted Islam. This is your brother, you warned meteorologist Ron Hilliard.
The shooter still hasn't been.
It's right now 696, freezing.
Says into the case. The bodies were discovered yesterday at.
Local 4 News starts now with a.
Here we go, y'all. She's 18 years old. She caught a stray.
Tonight, the search is on for the person or people involved in the death of an 18-year-old young woman. She was found shot in the head over the weekend on the Upper West Side. Well, tonight, her friends are talking to Eyewitness News reporter.
Thank you, Sean, for letting me know that too. I appreciate you.
18-year-old Kimberly Olmos is a tough one for her friends and family, who describe her as sweet and silly. She loved doing DIY crafts and wanted to go to college. She died Sunday after horrifically being shot in the head. Diane Ellis says she was very close to Kimberly, or as she calls her, Kim.
She was amazing. I don't know how to explain it. She was just a delight. Like, you ever been around somebody and you just felt like everything, like your whole room was just filled, like like a hole in your heart was just filled. That's exactly how she was. Like, she knew how to make sure to make you laugh. She knew what to say to you.
Her beloved friend's death is now being investigated as a homicide. According to police, it happened at 12:45 a.m. Sunday at a public housing complex on West 55th Street. Officers found Kimberly in a stairwell with a gunshot wound to the head. First looking at it as self-inflicted. But now, police believe she was with someone who was playing with a gun that went off, and the person ran away. A small memorial now sits outside Kim's home in the Mount Hope section of the Bronx. Those that knew her are confused and saddened and have a message to the person police are now looking for.
We lost another young soul to gun violence and someone I was actually close with. It's hard at the end of the day because it's my friend.
Turn yourself in. Like, at the end of the day, you did wrong. Like, it's your fault. And, like, you have to suffer the consequences.
And a message for their friend.
I know you might not see this, but I love you down bad. And I really hope justice is for you.
Man,
And you did not deserve
you feel me?
what happened to you.
I agree, Miss Sean.
Has been set up to help Kimberly's family
It's
pay for
heartbreaking.
her funeral, which is planned for this Sunday. A last goodbye for the 18-year-old as police continue to investigate her death. In Hell's Kitchen, Lindsay Tuckman, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Moderator, can you block her? Oh, she's got you blocked. I guess I'll just wait until this is over. You're not going to distract me. But when I'm done, I'll go to my settings and you will be blocked. You disrespectful motherfucking bitch. And I can't wait. I got something for you. And yeah, go make another page. Why do you hide behind a fake page? Because you guys are all cowards. You're stalkers. You're diabolical. You're scared. You have no self-esteem. You don't love yourself. Because you hide. I'm right here, baby. Let's go. Hit the link. Let me drop it. I bet you won't. Let's go. Drop it. Come on, big mama. Here's the link. Come on up here and be disrespectful to my face. I'll respect you so much more, but I bet you won't. There's the link. Baby girl. I'm sick of you. And all you folks. I've been had my bug repellent on. Your bugs are staying over there on you mugs. Okay? Hit the link. Come be disrespectful in my face, big mama, too. Cause I bet you won't. You're gonna let little old JJ, Blowfish JJ, the white girl, you're gonna let the white girl punk you? Hit the link. Because when it's directed, it's respected. And I'm directly asking you to come say that shit to my face. Come disrespect my panel. Like you want to keep complete justice my ass. You should have been completely on their ass. You should have been completely swinging on them hoes. You should have been completely trying to get your life together and getting a job. You should have been completely stop suing motherfuckers. You should have been completely stop being a victim. Whore. That's what I thought. That's what the fuck I thought. Just like you blindsided me. Because you're weak. Because you're scared. Because yeah, you feel it. I got you bothered for a reason. My spirit's so heavy and I'm so protected. And you again. So when I get off this live, because I can't do it, and you already got my moderator blocked, so she can't help me out. So it's okay. Have fun while it lasts. Now we're gonna move on along. Move it right smoothly along. With the coolest way. The truest way. True. Something you want to know about. Why do you want to sit over here and listen to the truth? You hate the truth. The fuck? You're fucking weird. And you got me fucked up. And you should be trying to figure out how to get some money to pay the people that fucking sued your ass just recently. Because you owe. Your Wi-Fi is going to be shut off. How are you going to spread lies? Yeah, don't get me started. But yeah, I got the title. You just look out for the title, baby girl. Big Mama. Coming soon. Go make another page. It's coming your way. Oh. But you might have to be a member to watch it. So yeah, you're going to have to pay me to see it, Because I'm a fucking boss. I'm like you. Can't even come up here. It's the disrespect for me that I'm not going to tolerate. Let me reintroduce myself. Big JJ. Not the little one. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. The fuck? Alright guys, just 1 second. I'm coming right now. I just had to send this last picture for my slide for these next 2 stories. And we're going to keep it moving along real smooth, real cool. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey. Alright. Hey. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When it is on. What is going on? this. I gotta get this diabolical energy out of here real quick, y'all. Yeah, real quick, like. Very, very quick, like. Because I'm all about energy. And she was definitely bad for my vibe. All right. Boom. Chicka. All right. So let's put this up here. All right. This is coming out of Toledo, Ohio.
If you told me a few years ago that both my fiance and I would be working remote tech jobs, making more money than ever, and living life on our own terms, I wouldn't have believed you. In 2021, I was stuck.
We are getting our first look at the two suspects now charged after a deadly shooting at a West Toledo shopping plaza last night. One is in custody, while the other has a warrant out for their arrest. Now, we first told you about this shooting as breaking news at 11 o'clock last night, and now we are learning new details about what police say happened. Silver Barker has the latest.
WTO11 is learning new information about what went down at Zaza Wood-Fired Pizza and Mediterranean Cuisine Thursday night, leading to one man's death. According to court documents, Toledo police reviewed video and took witness statements indicating 34-year-old Taylor Raths worked with 39-year-old Ronald Hurst to have another person assault occupants in the restaurant by spraying them with mace. Police, however, have redacted the name of this other person. They also did not say who fired the shot that killed 22-year-old Jason Brown. Raths has been charged in connection with the shooting Thursday night. Police say they're still searching for Hurst. Although he is not in custody, WTO11 received a mugshot of his face from previous charges. He's also wanted for involuntary manslaughter. They say Hurst provided false information as to his involvement and whereabouts. Silver Barker, WTO11.
Crazy work. All right. So then we got this story. They were in Texas, and I know, Texas, their laws, we are allowed, or they are allowed to definitely 100% protect their property. So I feel like sometimes it can be a gray area, but this was over a horn being honked. A road rage incident. Crazy. Yeah.
Now to a case of road rage involving a shotgun. Investigators at the Harris County Sheriff's Office say this may have all been over a honked horn. The injured woman hit in the head by a projectile from the shotgun blast. It's all unfolding in northwest Harris County near FM 529 and Glen Chase. Our Joy Addison joins us now from the newsroom with more on what the suspect allegedly told deputies when he was arrested. Joy?
That's right, Bill. Well, deputies say that 3 people were traveling in a red Ford F-150 and they were cut off by the suspect's car, who crossed in front of them and seemingly slammed on his brakes. But deputies say he claims his vehicle stalled. A witness says that's when things got scary. That witness telling deputies she saw the suspect get out of his car and get a black shotgun from his truck. The red truck then reversed to go around the suspect's vehicle. As the truck drove around, the suspect fired one shot into the back of that red pickup truck, injuring a woman. The witness told deputies that she left out of fear, but she later came back to the scene with information that led to the suspected shooter's location. They found him nearby, standing outside of his car, that he said he pushed to that new location.
There was 3 complainants in the vehicle, and one complainant was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. She was hit in the back of the head by a bullet fragment.
Now, the person hit was a 41-year-old woman, and she is suspected to be okay. Deputies say that the suspect says he was possibly having car issues as his car was stalled when they found him at the location nearby that he pushed his car to after that road rage incident. Reporting from the newsroom, Joy Addison, KPRC 2 News.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the craziest shit I ever heard. All right, next story. What's up, cool girl sister? Okay, again, my discernment's on point. How are you tonight? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for pulling up on your girl. 8792. Hope you're having the smoothest, the coolest, and the truest Sunday that you ever did have.
As bright as a car's high beams, capable of illuminating it.
Well, it was a phone call Marilyn Shears will never forget. She was told her brother's front door was left wide open, but he was nowhere to be found. Minutes later, she would learn that horrible truth that her brother, along with someone else, had been brutally murdered. It's been 1.5 years now since Timothy Hobson was killed, and no one has been held accountable. His sister, Marilyn Shears, is concerned that it may stay that way.
In my eyes, it's like he's just been swept up on a rug, but not in my heart.
On June 4th, 2023, Marilyn was at her home in Detroit, not far from her brother, who lived on the 12,000 block of Chapel Street on the northwest part of the city.
I got a phone call stating that his doors were wide open and someone needed to come over there and check out the house.
That was at 5 in the afternoon, an hour after at least 6 shots were fired inside Hobson's home.
It's a very kind of isolated area across the bridge, and it's not very many houses that were on the block.
Yeah.
Very few. They said, and the neighbors said they didn't hear anything or see nothing.
Police told Hobson's sister that someone kicked in the door and killed her brother and his friend Larry Rencher.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know. It's good to see you. That's all I was saying. It's good to see you. Thank you for pulling up on your girl. And I hope you're having the smoothest, the coolest, and the truest, Sunday you ever could have.
4 times. He was beaten, and he
Thank you for the support.
Strangled.
Rencher was shot twice as well. All of this happening in broad daylight. Hobson was a father to 9 with 14 grandkids as well.
He always needed a helping hand. Yeah. He was always there. So this just
may he rest in peace.
Family to where it's kind of broken us apart. It puts us together, but it's broken us. It's broken us.
Crime Stoppers is looking for tips. If you know anything about this crime, make an anonymous call to 1-800-SPEAK-UP. If it leads to an arrest, you could earn $3,000.
$3,000? Why not just, tell, I don't know, just my opinion, So, this last,
New tonight, a stunning turn in the high-profile murder case of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. The woman accused of helping hide their bodies had her charges dismissed today. The victims' families say they learned the news on Facebook. KENS 5's Alicia Nieves is live tonight after
this family and everything that happened, and they just released this person, and they didn't even have the respect to call the family. That's wild to me.
With Matthew Guerra's parents, who are demanding answers. Alicia?
ECs, during today's jury selection, prosecutors filed a motion to dismiss every charge against Mirta Romanos. This includes abuse of a corpse and tampering with evidence. And at this hour, we have just learned she is out of jail. Matthew Guerra's family considers this a slap in the face. Romanos is the stepmother of accused shooter Christopher Preciado. Investigators say his father, Ramon, helped hide the bodies as well. Savannah Soto, Matthew Guerra, and their unborn baby Fabian were found shot to death inside a car the day after Christmas 2023. The Bexar County DA's office confirms Romanos Her case was dismissed for further investigation. They had no other comment because related cases are still pending.
Now, charges dropped. She's not a co-defendant, so now she's going to be able to go with Ramon and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's.
That instead of our family being together for the holidays, it's going to be their murderers that are going to be together for the holidays.
So,
just 2 weeks ago, Matthew's father, Gabriel, celebrated his birthday, and his daughter gave him this, a family portrait showing what baby Fabian might have looked like today. Gabriel said the DA's office told him prosecutors plan to revisit these charges against Mirta Romanos next year as part of a strategy in deciding which suspect to try first. Christopher Preciado remains in jail. His trial is set for February. His father was released on bond earlier this year. And again tonight, we have learned Mirta Romanos is now out of jail on her 666th day behind bars. We're live on the Northwest side. Alicia,
well, I'm glad you were keeping track for her. And just a little reminder if we don't remember what happened. But she has been released. I think it's bullshit. Definitely a slap to the face. Again, we got to do better.
8:14. Now, we do have an update on our top story. Stephen Stearns is going to spend the rest of his life behind bars for the rape and murder of 13-year-old Maddie Soto. Stearns pled guilty to 20 sex crime charges yesterday, but he also pled no contest to killing Maddie. That means he accepts the punishment, but he does not admit any guilt. So we want to bring in our good friend and defense attorney Whitney Bones. She's here to break down this case for us and explain some of the ins and outs. First of all, great to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So let's talk about what that plea of no contest means, too. I think that's a little confusing for some people.
So what it means is that he's not contesting that the state can prove the elements of the offense, in this case, first-degree murder, against him. However, he's not admitting the guilt per se or accepting the responsibility for having committed the murder. The sentence for a no contest plea or a guilty plea can be the same. And in this case, this was a negotiated plea agreement between the defense and the state attorney's office that then ultimately was accepted by Judge Carson or the court. But in essence,
that part, cool girl.
Deny that he committed the murder, but he didn't admit it.
Well, and we sort of heard that too, Whitney, in his statement that he made in court. He talked for about a minute and a half, and one of the things that was, I think, very noticeable to people is that he stopped short of apologizing for him being the reason that Maddie is gone. It was almost sort of a bizarre statement, but I assume that the defendant is allowed to give whatever statement they want?
Actually, the defendant is allowed, and the judge has to permit the defendant to make a statement during sentencing by law. It can sometimes, in unique circumstances, almost be reversible error if a judge did not allow a defendant to allocute, or is what it's called, when the defendant wants to speak during sentencing.
But upsetting, I'm sure, for the family to hear
very much
not take full responsibility.
Very much. I'm sure it was very hard for the family to sit and listen to him say, that he misses her and that, how he feels about her loss in this world. After, even if he didn't admit that he committed the murder, he did admit to horribly sexually abusing her, committing capital sexual battery to 20 counts, and obviously there were 60 charges related to the images and videos found on his phone.
It's crazy.
So disturbing. One of the things that you and I talked about here in the commercial break before we came on was that the family would have had to have agreed to this. And I want to sort of compare that to the Koberger case, which a lot of people are following in Idaho.
They're going left now. So, yeah, this is it's crazy. So again, D12, the 313, we're adding another scratch. We're at 5 days in a row. And I want to ask a question, just to see if anyone wants to talk about it with me, switch gears a little bit. But I want to ask y'all a question. Is Hebrew religion or a race? And I want to know if anyone wants to talk about it with me. I don't know, man. I'm going to drop the link. If anyone would like to, come up here and, talk to me about this question. Is Hebrew a race or religion? Anybody wanna elaborate with me, or I just wanted to ask. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these people. That's between the systems are so corrupt. And when we're gonna go down, well, I'll let y'all know. I mean, it'll be in the title. But yeah, never know. So, but I definitely will have it in the scheduled and upcoming. I'm trying to, it's going down the rabbit hole. Sometimes it gets a little, sloppy and get, so I want to be real prepared for this next big one I do with these names that I happen to stumble along. And again, the rabbit hole, speaking of. So, okay. So that's crazy. She says, okay, cool, girl. And, all opinions are valid and we're allowed to disagree. So I disagree with you because she says, JJ, it's a religious belief, and I worked at a Jewish nursing home. Interesting, you put, the question, Hebrew and Jewish together. But, my father, told me that it's in my blood. We brew, it's in our blood. I was born Hebrew. But okay, so how come when the Jewish tragedy happened, they said that that A guy wiped out the whole Jewish race? Because I mean, I wasn't listening or did catch it wrong, but it was told that they were trying to wipe out the whole Jewish race, aka the Holocaust, right? So, yeah. So is Jewish a religion or a race? In your guys' opinion. And really quick, while we wait to see if anyone wants to answer my question, I wanted to look something up real quick and see if Detroit was number 2 still. Because Memphis was number 1 for the most violent in the USA. And Detroit was number 2. Is Jewish a race or a religion? No one wants to engage with me on that one. I'm just wondering because I want to see it from different perspectives. Okay, moving along. I guess not. So, let's see. Yep, we got the top 5. Number 1, Memphis. Number 2, Detroit, 313. Then number 3 is Baltimore. Number 4 is St. Louis. And number 5 is Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio. So Detroit is still at the number 2. That's been like 2 years in a row. Oh, JJ, both. It's both religion and ethnicity, not a race. But isn't race ethnicity? Oh, my bad. Thank you, Miss Shawn. Here we go. What's going on, Miss Shawn, my big sis? Go ahead, have the flow.
What's going on, boo? Okay, so, a lot of times people use rhetoric or vocabulary that may be well known at the time, like when they said wiped out the whole Jewish race. Um, it's really just for the lack of a better phrase. It certainly is a contradiction of terms. Race and religion are not the same thing. Okay? Race is what you're born, religion is what you believe in, right? Okay. So when that person said he wiped out the whole Jewish race, right? He meant all the Jewish people as a whole. So they use that terminology, the whole Jewish race or the whole Protestant race or, a Catholic race. They do that as just a term to say all of them in that region were wiped out. That's all that is. That's all that is. And when your grandfather told you that you were born Hebrew, you were born with that religion, and it's deep seated. That's what in your blood means. It's deep seated. It's been in that side of your family forever. That's what that means. But it's not a race.
And I appreciate you for that because, like, my my family, certain people in my family tried to, just tell me that, and I'm like, and they kind of left me standing. That's why I wanted to ask y'all to see, what your guys' perspective was, because to them it's in your blood. It's in your blood. It's not religion, because they asked me after, we were talking about it, and they're teaching me, like, JJ, do you think it's a race or a religion? And I was kind of like, I said both in a sense, but they were like, no, it's not it's not a religion.
Back in the 50s and 60s, they used to say that Sammy Davis Jr. was a Jewish man, and he's black.
Let me ask you this. So, no, that's fucking, it's crazy. It's so crazy. This why I hate this why I hate labels, for real. Labels be so confusing, and like you said, verbiage, and verbiage is so important. You know what I'm saying? It is, especially when you're gonna shout it out to the world, and society that's gonna carry that verbiage. But do you think? Oh, so since it's a religion, you know, do you think that we, like, Hebrews uh, have a different God, or Jewish people have a different God?
They have a different meaning. They have a
I
different
I
meaning.
I
Like
agree. I
some
agree with
of
that.
them, like there's a religion. And it would take my husband to break it down for you, babe. I don't. I know that the Israelites and the Palestinians, it started way back from two brothers, right? And I know that there is a religion that does not believe that uh Jesus was reincarnated. You
See,
see what I'm saying?
yeah, I can tell you what um no, what it is see, with, like, okay, the Hebrew alphabet, there's no J, there's no E, there's no I,
Right,
and there's no U.
right.
They don't
That's
believe that
birth.
they don't believe his name is Jesus.
They believe it's Jesus.
Yes, they don't believe it's Jesus. They don't believe that he is that man in that picture with that straight sandy blonde looking hair.
Well, don't anybody who know the truth don't believe that.
Oh, but yeah, that's what I'm just yeah. So we don't believe they don't believe that. Sabbath is Saturday. I don't know. We still we I mean we I read the regular Bible, so I don't understand like how when people say I mean it's just a different meaning. Absolutely, like my name in Hebrew is Yade. You know what I'm saying? Because the J's don't
Hmm.
exist, and
Right.
and then we read from it's backwards. We read from not right from left, but left to right.
Right.
So
And
it's just different, but we don't believe in a different God, in my opinion.
well, there are different dictations. That's the problem. There are different dictations. And therefore, if a person isn't paying attention, it'll give it a total different context. It'll give it a total different meaning if it goes too far. Such as, here's a prime example. Back in slavery, the white man used to read the Bible, but because the slaves, one, didn't know English, and two, because they didn't know our language, they were illiterate. And that allowed the white man to dictate to them what the Bible said. Now, they had a religion, they believed in God. So when the white man said, God is saying this in this book for a very long time, they believed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Fear
Absolutely.
had a lot to do with it. Yes, fear had a lot to do with it. But there were some that was they really thought that it was written because the white man said it was. So that was dictation. That's the way it was dictated to them.
So let me ask y'all this because it's been do you believe the Willie Lynch letter is true?
The what?
The Willie Lynch letter,
Um
or was that part of the dictation? Because I'm asking because I'm trying to educate myself. I've been told different things. So I just wanted to not different things I've been told by it's true, and then I've been told that that's fake.
I'm gonna get back to you on that. Let me do some research. I'm never gonna speak about something that I'm not comfortable with how much I know about it.
Yeah, it's when I read it, to me it's not it seems pretty real. And when Willie Lynch planted that seed, and oh by golly, it worked. And when you read it, I don't know how that could not be fake. It's called the Willie Lynch letter, becoming of a slave, the making of a slave. That's when in 19 it was 1712, December 25th is the day that he said the speech and told everybody the manipulation and how to do it.
Right. I'm
And
gonna read up on it and get back to you on it.
Okay. I appreciate that. And then, I had just, those questions I wanted to ask because, and then, I just want to ask you this. Um, Miss Cool Girl says, authenticity, um, isn't authenticity like a race? Because people will have walk up to me all the time and ask me like, "What's your authenticity?" Like they ask me that question. So,
Ethnicity.
yeah.
Ethnicity does mean race.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I was just wondering because she said JJ is both a religion and it's so I wonder what she was trying to say because and she said not a race.
Religion is a belief.
Yeah, but here let me put it on the screen because I just wanted to hold on.
Religion is a belief, and ethnicity is a race, and race is the what you were born. So, and our beliefs are ours to internalize, to take on. But we can change our beliefs anytime we want to. You can't change your race.
Right.
People cross over from one race, from one belief to another all the time. You have people that are Jewish that marry Catholics and they have to have two weddings because of their beliefs. You understand what I'm saying? And that sort of thing.
So you see
So,
her question, Miss Shawn?
hold on, let me see. It says, Jay, it's both a religion and an ethnicity, not a race. Well, babe, um, you know, all I can say is research the word ethnicity and watch, don't you find race in the definition, not religion. Religion is a belief.
And I was that's why I was just trying to help Cool Girl let her know that that those both that E word and race is definitely the same thing.
The same thing. Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Um, yeah, it's pretty wild, you know, and you know, it's some, you know, I want to start doing. I want to ask your opinion real quick, and we're going. I'll end it. But you know, like just having, you know, some just like some controversial topics. Like I want to ask you this last one. Um,
No problem.
um, uh, uh, hold on. Let me. I don't want to say the wrong term. You know, I like my verbiage to be on point. Stop. Stop. Come here. Get down. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I want my verbiage to be on point. Stop. Chapo. Uh hold on. Mm. So this is basically I don't what's going on, Carla Henry? Hope you're having the smoothest, the coolest, and the truest Sunday that you ever did have, you know. Um so basically when it comes to race, since we're on this race debate a little bit, um
Hmm.
uh I you know, I see like, you know, we have, you know, our full, you know, we have our full African Americans, and then we have our biracial. And, you know, I've been seeing a lot lately, you know, like, you know, our you know, our full African American, you know, they literally are so hateful on the biracials. And and want to debate, you know, like that they had it worse and stuff like that, and like that, you know, African Americans cannot be racist. And and you know, and in my experience, and I, you know, I just keep it a being. It's like, you know, to the, you know, YT people, I'm that you know, I'm that person, you know, whatever, you know, and then to the African community, African Americans, I'm a white bitch. So it's like, you know, and then it's like, don't, that's a little racist, you know. I mean, in my opinion. So it just bothers me, like, you know, like I just feel like, I just feel like we, you know, as colored people, we're colored. You know, some might be darker, some might be lighter, but we're all colored. You know, so in my opinion, why are we fighting? Like, why are we fighting each other?
Well, some people will say that that started back in slavery times, right? The people who carried or wore your skin color were allowed to be in the house, okay? They were house ins, okay? They were in the house, so they lived better. And so those that didn't live in the house, um, they were frowned upon by those that did live in the house. Those that worked in the fields, they were called darkies.
Oh, so the difference is house and field. I okay, okay.
Absolutely. And they were treated differently.
But
And
why are they mad at us? Like, why aren't they mad at the?
I'm I'm about to tell you. It was a resentment. It was a resentment because they were treated differently. And they felt like, well, I can't help my skin color. Why are you treating me differently than than the one who is standing behind you and fanning you all day? Why is that? Well, that was because of skin color. Okay, the shade. Even though they were colored, they were of a light complexion. So they were favored. They were shown, those that had your skin complexion were shown favoritism. And
No, and I
those,
agree. I do agree with that. I do. And it's just like whoever did this, they really did it because it's like, wow.
but hold on though, because it continued. It continued that favoritism, coupled with the resentment of those that didn't get that favoritism, it continued straight on up until, modern times. You understand what I'm saying?
Today.
Even the parents. Well, before today, our great grandparents, you understand, our great grandparents, the light skinned women were picked first because they were pretty. And so if you were pretty, you were automatically considered to be more intelligent.
Right. That's because
And
we're the
that was
society's so
very
obsessed with the.
unfortunate. Exactly. Exactly. It's all societal. All of it. All of it was created within society, no matter what level it was on. And that level is determined by what time,
And
it was.
I appreciate that because the house and field, that makes sense, and I totally that makes sense. But let me ask y'all this real quick, okay? All right, we got a cup, okay, just like a human, okay, and this cup is it's a Yeti cup, right? And it's razzle dazzle. It's got some gems, and it might got a picture, you know what I'm saying, you know, it looks real good on the outside, right? But if that cup had like you know, some dirt or like in some spit that and sat in it and just you looked in it and it looked dirty, would you drink out of it?
I'm not doing anything with anything dirty besides planting my plants.
Okay, so now this question, so if it was vice versa, so say this cup's dirty as hell with dirt and mud on the outside and you're thirsty but it's super squeaky clean on the inside, you gonna drink out of it?
No,
You're still not gonna drink out of it?
no, I'm gonna clean it.
See, what I'm trying to say is like as like just using the cup like as like society does, like they walk up and say this blonde hair or blue eyed pretty person on the outside, but and they obsessed with that and they don't get, but their insides are so ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But then when you
So
meet like let's say
that
you meet.
analogy would be judging a book by its cover
Okay, okay. So that
without
bad
reading
analogy.
the book.
Bad analogy. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say in a sense. And then it's like, people see someone and they're like, oh, they wear glasses. They're not cute, and they, block their blessings because they're so obsessed with the flesh. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't know what their integrity is because we cannot see integrity. We can't see.
Absolutely. Some people don't want to. Some people, they make a judgment due to their insecurities, due to how they were raised. And a lot of times, intelligent people come up out of that. And they say, you know what? I was taught wrong. And I'm going to change that. And some people are just stuck in it. But, and then, like I said the other day, this kind of thing has a lot of tentacles. So it's a lot of reasons why people act the way that they do. It's a lot of reasons. A lot.
Most definitely. And again, like I wanna, one night I'm gonna try to get it better. But like again, I wanna just like, because again, I can say it just is what it is. But like, I wasn't guided. I wasn't taught a lot. So like I'm teaching myself, but again, it's good to get different perspectives because sometimes I get so tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? And I seem to like can't step, and then I feel like I'm walking around with the wrong answer. Like I just said, like I believe that Hebrew was a race. not religion, you know. So like, and now my idea, I mean, who I am isn't changing, but like my verbiage and idea, maybe I'm gonna look into more. You know what I'm saying?
Your
Yeah,
knowledge of it,
yeah.
yeah.
Cause
But let me say this though before you close. When people use "you white bitch," "you white this," "you white that" derogatorily, that's why they're doing it, to hurt your feelings, to bring you down. And
yeah,
what they don't realize is what they're doing is bringing themselves down because they're shining a light on what makes them insecure instead of just calling you a bitch. You see what
right,
I'm saying? They put a
right,
color on it. Oh, so you got a problem with my whiteness. Oh, well,
right.
that's
That's
your problem. Yeah.
and no, yeah, that's very given. Like again, like you said, and then it's like, you know, it's not when they see it bothers you. That's when they go more. And one thing I learned is I thought disrespect was just disrespect, but disrespect is 100%, in my opinion, a tactic for narcissism. It's just not. You know, I had to think bigger than it. It's more than disrespect. Disrespect is a tactic motherfuckers use on somebody. Like they think is vulnerable, or in a sense, that's a predator. A narcissist. I feel like there's so many different types of predators. You know, and that's a predator,
Okay, so I've noticed the
in my
word
opinion.
narcissism. I've noticed the word narcissism being thrown around like the ABCs. And it would behoove people to learn the definition of the word narcissist. Okay,
I've
with this.
tried, but I can't understand it 100%.
So let me tell you, a narcissist is a person that can do no wrong.
I
And if
thought they
you
don't feel
go
empathy when they
that
do wrong.
no, okay, so they don't feel empathy because it's your fault. They didn't do it. And if they did it because you made them. You understand what I'm saying? You ever, like when you're watching a movie and the husband um commits DV to his wife, right? If he's a narcissist, the first thing he says is, "Look what you made me do. Look what
100%.
you made me do." Okay? So when you're being attacked by your complexion, that's not a narcissist. That's just a disrespectful individual. A narcissist, that word has become so popular this year, and it's very unfortunate because people are using it in the wrong context. You know what I'm saying? A narcissist thinks that they're perfect. They think that they're God's gift to anybody, anywhere. How dare you not hire me? I can do this job better than you do. Donald Trump is a narcissist.
Amen.
Because if you ever notice, he's done it better than anybody. He was the first one to do it. His numbers are larger than ever before in history. He's done something that nobody else has ever done. And if somebody else did do it, he did it better than them. And if something goes wrong, it's not his administration, it's that other administration that did it because his administration is perfect. That's a narcissist.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, I think I kind of ran it together. I didn't mean to say like the people that are calling me that are narcissists. I was just
Yeah.
saying like I feel like dark disrespect is a tactic for a narcissist.
Oh, definitely.
That's what I meant.
Absolutely.
I kind of like,
Yeah.
you know how I do, you know. So that's, I
Yeah.
just wanted to clear that up with you, you know. Like I definitely, and I just, you know, that, and then I was saying when I started, you know, educating myself a little more, I realized disrespect isn't just disrespect; it's a tactic. You know, anyone using disrespect,
Absolutely.
it's a tactic.
Absolutely.
I just thought it was
Because
disrespect.
there is a way to get your point across without being disrespectful.
If my motherfucker's being disrespectful off rip, that's tells that right there. Use your discernment, right there, right there.
Yeah.
It speaks
It's
volumes. Speaks volumes.
it does. It does. And a lot of time what they wind up doing is just shining a light on their ignorance.
And on the one they're trying to whatever, they're just make,
Dehumanize.
yeah, proving the point that the
Hmm.
person they're dehumanizing is trying to make.
Right. And it's very unfortunate. But all you do is keep your head held high because your race does not make you. You do.
Amen. It's the inside that makes me, my spirit. Like my spirit,
Absolutely.
you know, I know we gotta tend to our flesh and in the flesh, but we also cannot forget about the spirit, and our integrity, our dignity, our self love, our patience, our hope, our fear. I mean, our faith. You know, our generosity and our gentleness.
All of that comes from inside.
Amen. And you can't see it. You cannot see it. You can't. And it doesn't mean color. You cannot put it. You cannot see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate you, Miss Shawn, you know, for kicking it and helping me, you know, kicking it back and forth with me. You know, I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Absolutely.
And everybody in the chat that was engaging with your girl and my big
Good
sis
night, guys.
Shawn.
Good night.
Oh, good night. Good night. Be smooth with it. And everybody in the chat that was engaging with your girl, I appreciate you. Oh, the healed hunter, we're just ending it. You're gonna have to catch the replay, but again, I appreciate it. It was a good conversation. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the support. It's all good. It's cool. But yeah, everybody, just keep being great, and I hope nothing but blessings to you all. And I like to leave it like this, you know, Christopher Robin, Winnie the Pooh. You are smarter than you think. You're braver than you believe, and you're stronger than you seem. You know. So we're gonna go ahead and end it. And I hope y'all have the smoothest and the coolest and the 100% truest Sunday that you ever did have. And again, thank you for pulling up on your girl. Hit that like button, thumbs up, subscribe to me if you have not yet, and I will be back, Jack. Y'all be smooth, and I'm out.